Hello, hello. I'm Cosmic Jack. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have so much to say. The energy right now is so palpable, and I have been like next level exhausted. And so, if you're feeling exhausted, lethargic, unmotivated, bloated, like a lot of like headache stuff, vision stuff, like tension headaches, feeling a lot of head pressure, stuff with your digestion, just like really bloated, extra hungry, just needing the most rest and substance and fuel. I have been eating like a crazy person. Just know that that is the energy, and we are getting penetrated with a lot of light. And with that comes like ascension symptoms, right? And so your bodies are upgrading, you're needing more fuel, you're needing more rest as your body assimilates and acclimates to higher levels of consciousness, this new coding, this new wiring that is getting reprogrammed right now. And whenever you're doing a lot of like subconscious work and releasing your patterns and really quantum shifting, so much of that is such a physical process. It's a nervous system process. And so, just really take care of your body, nurture your body so that your body can take care of you. We are in between these eclipses. We are in the middle of the Saturn Neptune conjunction in Aries. We have a Mars square Uranus this week. We have Mercury retrograde this week. I mean, the energy is next level. Like there are so many shifts happening all at once, and our bodies feel it. So if you're feeling that, just know you're right on tune with the energy. Our bodies are processing a lot of information. Obviously, a lot is being revealed, and with that can bring up a lot of emotions, a lot of anger, a lot of rage. And there's a very powerful transformation that happens when you allow yourself to feel and process your rage and your emotions just in general. There's a very sacredness to all of that. It's like a reclamation and a reclaiming of your body, and really confirmation, and really helps you ground deeper into yourself. It opens your heart. It can be really hard, like the energy right now can be really heartbreaking. Like so much is getting illuminated as people awaken and as our consciousness shifts. And we're all at kind of like different starting points of the video game, you know what I mean? And so just really practice a lot of love, tenderness, and compassion for yourself and for other people, as well as we are all navigating so much change and shifts. But like where you're at on that spectrum depends on where your consciousness is at, and like where you're at on your journey. And so many, like there's dualities. So one person can be experiencing magic and manifestations, and other people are experiencing dark nights of the soul, and crumblings and crashing downs, and life altering shifts. So it's really important that I think we just have a lot of compassion and understanding and empathy for people as we navigate so much just different kind of terrain depending on where you're at in your journey. And it is Pisces season after all. We have so much energy in Pisces, and Pisces really is about love and acceptance and forgiveness and being non-judgmental, and so much of it's really our connection and our oneness with the world. And I feel like it's just really an important time to really practice that with yourself but also others, because when we can accept people for where they're at, and we can accept ourselves for where we're at without needing to change or fix or improve or be judgmental or controlling, which is where Virgo, low octave Virgo, where the South Node is, right? Where this eclipse is, then it really opens up a powerful portal for so much change and magic to come through. And so we're really balancing kind of this Virgo Pisces energy and really releasing those patterns of judgment and perfectionism and control, and release kind of, I don't want to say separateness because that's not really what Virgo is about, but really just I guess Aries can kind of be that because Aries is like the self. It's very self-serving, and so it's like where we're survivalistic and almost like independent to a fault, and really where we're only concerned with ourselves and needing other people to acclimate to us. And it's like, no, no, no. We're in Pisces season. It is focusing on faith. It is loving your neighbor. It is complete compassion and acceptance and radical love and acceptance for where you're at and where other people are at. So, um, really important time to meditate. I've been meditating for like an hour and a half every day. Not It's not important. It's not a time to figure anything out. Like eclipse season is where higher octaves and energy are at play. Your fate, your destiny, your purpose are at play. So really just trust where you're being guided, what gets brought in, what is being asked to release. And the mind wants to control things when things are shaking and crumbling and things are moving beneath our feet. Like our egos really grasp to control because that is how it finds safety, right? And nothing about our circumstances right now is rooted in that. It is we're in a collective trust fall. And so the only thing certain in this world and in the reality right now is uncertainty. And so can you find safety and comfort in the not knowing and not trying to figure anything out, and really just accepting that you don't have the answers that you're seeking right now, and that the clarity will come probably in April. And like there's doses and drops of clarity that can come through. Like I'm getting so much clarity on my patterns in the past and really kind of figuring things out. But when it comes to like creating my future, I'm like, I don't know, like so many people are asking me because like there's so much in my life that's in flux. And like people are asking me all these questions about like where I'm going to live and what I'm doing. And I'm just like, this is not a time to figure anything out. Like I am very comfortable in the unknown, and I trust that when know that I'm supposed to do something, like I will just do it. But the answers aren't being delivered right now. So I will say like some answers are, right? Like I've gotten a lot of answers on a lot of things, but like big life decisions and pivots, it's not really a time for that. So just welcome in the change of where you're guided to go, but also just trust your intuition, lean into your spirituality, connect to your purpose, really focus on, the divine love that's being anchored into the planet right now, and really trust and surrender outcomes to a higher power. So we might get a dose of clarity this week with Mars square Uranus. However, it's also right as Mercury stations retrograde. And we have this new moon lunar eclipse in Virgo at 12 degrees of Virgo on March 3rd. So we're already feeling this. With so much Pisces energy in the ethers, Virgo eclipse, your body is really going to be feeling this because this is the axis of your body and of your health and your immunity. And our bodies are spiritual antennas, and so they pick up on the things that our logical linear mind cannot. And so it's really just allowing your body, like trust your body knows what to do, trust that your body knows how to release, trust that your body has got your back, and really like just developing a deeper trust that your body always knows. Like my body always tells me everything. It's like when my mind and my ego like gaslights my body into saying that it doesn't, and really going against the grain of my body. When I like look back and I'm like, my body was telling me so many things. I just ignored it. You know what I mean? And so it's really just developing that trust and that connection with your body, that your body always is guiding you. Your body always knows who is for you, who is not, what is a yes, what is a no, what it needs to thrive, what it needs to feel good, what it needs to have your dream body, right? What it needs to be super intuitive, like your body will tell you everything that you ever need to know. And it's just developing that trust. And right now we're clearing a lot of these patterns from our bodies. Our bodies are so subconscious. And high octave Pisces is about being a spiritual antenna, and your body being a cosmic conduit for higher power, wisdom, and when trusting when you feel the pull to do something, to do it, because there's some sort of magic or manifestation waiting for you. Like God's always like 100 steps ahead and of where we're at. And so it's really like trusting like your body to kind of guide you to the end game, the end point. And so really trusting that the ego, where the ego is in resistance, that there's things that need to be looked at. I really kind of just look at our bodies and our energy fields as like a little bubble. Like we have a bubble, like our energy field is like a bubble around us, right? And it is full of emotions, of living beliefs, of the past, of circumstances, of all these sorts of things. And so in order to quantum leap and to shift our realities and align with our divinity and our divine love and everything that we're calling in, it's like we kind of have to burst that bubble. And we do, and the way that we quantum leap is actually through the body, it's through the nervous system. And so it's really expanding your capacity to receive your next level, your higher self. And so it's like your higher self has all of the wisdom and all of the guidance that you would ever need. It's just your ego will try to distort that connection. And the more that you trust yourself and trust your higher power and trust your higher self, the more things just happen fast and unlock. And so it's really about your relationship with yourself, really your relationship with your body, and really your relationship with the divine. To be resource is to be connected to source. And it's like literally right in the word. And, it's really anchoring that connection into your body. And whenever we hold a lot of fear or scarcity or lack, it's because there's a disconnection with our higher self, with the source, with our own safety, with our own relationship with ourselves. So the more that we can open our hearts and expand our capacity to receive that version of ourselves, receive that wisdom, receive that intuitive knowing, the all-knowing, right? Because our bodies are connected to infinite intelligence. Like the more we can receive everything that we want, it's actually really divine to receive everything that you want, because there's so much expansion for you in receiving it. So it's really like remembering that, like we're really anchoring in a new paradigm and way of being, where like sovereignty is like the new guru. Like your interdependence and your connection and your self-concept and your leadership is really important. That is really what Saturn and Neptune and Aries is all about. This can illuminate a lot of disillusionment. It's really where our reality is one way and now we're seeing it a completely different way. And we're like, oh shit, I see how, my ego trapped me in that, or I thought everything was one way and now I had rose-colored glasses on and now I'm seeing it a completely different way. And so the way that you're used to seeing reality and the way you're used to finding comfort and safety and stability, it can no longer be. And there's so much crashing and crumbling down in your world and your reality to build a new foundation. You can look back to last summer, when Saturn and Neptune were first in Aries. They were never exactly conjunct, but they were together in Aries from May 24th to September 1st. So all summer, essentially June through August, they were together in Aries. And this is really when my life came crashing and crumbling down. And I just had to like sit in the crumble and really get my ego out of the way and just surrender to my soul and what my soul was calling me to do and what the astrology was calling me to do. And again, like completely allow my world to crumble, like, yeah, again. And I think as someone, I can just say from my personal experience, like I've rebuilt my life so many different times. And so like my ego was really resistant to doing that again. And so, but as soon as I, got out of my own way and allowed the crumble to happen, like 6 months out from that experience, I can say it was like the best thing that could have ever happened. But when you're in the middle of the crash and the crumble and the falling down, you're like, your ego resists it. It kicks and screams and it tries to survive. When it's like where you're going, like your soul could only guide you to there. And I always say that sometimes sometimes the fastest way to create change is just burning it all down, letting it all go, letting the tower fall, letting the Jenga tower fall. And then you can rebuild it from the ground up from a new foundation, right? And you only have to build like the solid foundation once, and then it's like you're reaping the rewards for like the rest of your life. And so when you're internally solid and your relationship with yourself is sovereign and you are resourced and connected to source through your body, then it's like that is foundation for everything in your life to work. And it's literally, again, you only have to do it once. And then you have those strong, solid inner foundations forever. And so I wouldn't trade that experience for anything. And I always look back at like the hardest, most challenging times of my life with like great reverence and gratitude, because I'm like, the hardest thing in my life led me to so much power, to so much resilience, to so much love, to so much gratitude, and respect for the process, because God knows better than you do. Our linear minds try to control things, when Pisces and the divine feminine, really, and God, like the energy of that is like complete acceptance of everything, like radical, radical, radical acceptance, and really opening your heart and connecting to, your intuition and connecting to the divine, where everything is perfect, like that is really what it means to live from a place of divine love. When you're solid within yourself and you're open in your heart and you're living from divine love, like imagine if how many people were living that way, like what a different world we live in. And our connections, our businesses, our families, our like relationships, to everything from that place is so pure. Virgo is about purification. It is about service. It is about purpose. It is about your day-to-day work life, your day-to-day habits that contribute to your overall success, legacy, and notoriety that you're here to leave behind and serve to just better improve the world, right? And so when we can really be super solid and navigating our day to day through our bodies, through our structures, through our habits, through our bodies, because again, connecting back to that, our body is an antenna, and really connected to that daily purpose and service, then everything just comes from such a more loving, giving, generous, whole, complete place. So confirmation. Oh my God. My throat chakra has been like, I feel like I have like daggers in my throat. Where you hold resistance is going to be different for you and your body, but for me, I always hold resistance in my throat. And I've been clearing so much from my throat, because I'm like in the middle of my own like quantum shift and quantum leap and anchoring in new things. And so with that comes so much release from your body. And if you think about it, like your throat chakra is manifestation, it is your truth, it is your authenticity. And that's really what Saturn and Neptune and Aries is illuminating. It's like really, having you connect to your sovereign truth and speak things into existence and be authentic and true to your soul, and really develop a self-concept that aligns with your true identity, like the embodiment that your soul came here to be. And the way that you do that is not through figuring anything out with your mind. It is surrendering and allowing everything that is not you to fall away, right? Like Michelangelo, when he was carving David, he just said he removed everything that was not David. And that's really what we're doing here collectively. And so with all of this energy in Pisces, we have like all of the personal planets except for the moon moving into Pisces. Well, the sun, Venus, Mercury are here. Mercury will station retrograde on February 26th. Mercury will be retrograde till March 10th. And then we have Mars moving into Pisces as well. And then the moon, with this full moon solar eclipse, the moon will be in Virgo, right? Because that's just how new moons and full moons work, right? It's the moon's relation to the sun. So the ruler of this eclipse, Mercury, because Mercury is the ruler of Virgo, will be retrograde in Pisces. And we had Mercury cross the North Node when it entered shadow at 8 degrees of Pisces. And so through its retrograde, it will reconnect with the North Node. Um, and then as it goes direct, it'll cross again the North Node, which we're just being aligned with so much of our fate and our destiny and our purpose right now. And again, that's not something that you can figure out with your linear mind. And so if your ego is in your mind is trying to hijack you or figure things out, it's like you just have to consistently check it and really shift and feel the emotions and open like the energy knots in your field, in your body, in your nervous system that aren't serving the future version of you. And so, you know, your past, your future, and the body is where they meet in the present, right? So like, because here's the thing, like your mind always wants to go into the future. Your body holds the story of the past. The present moment is where things get released. And so when you can just be radically present to any emotion or things that are coming up, then that's how you really become a conscious creator of your reality. And so it's really just allowing you to be so present, moving into a world that's really fast. Your attention, your energy, your presence is your greatest currency that you ever have. So it's really like honoring and valuing your body, your energy field, and really clearing out the distractions. I have felt so overstimulated. Like I can't even like really be around screens right now. I'm really sensitive to sounds, to light, to all like the sensory. It's like sensory overload right now. And so it's really trusting your body that if it like doesn't want to be online, like don't be online. If you want to consume less, consume less. If you just need to spend time in nature, just go spend time in nature. Like that's what I did yesterday. And then I was like wiped out for the rest of the day. And I was like, right, because nature is so restorative and so purifying. And so I know I gave so much energy to the earth yesterday. I'm really just learning to work with Mother Gaia in that way, that she's like the greatest energy healer that we have. And, you know, because so much is shifting right now in our bodies again. Like the way that we move through it is by being present with our body as it acclimates to this. And so just giving yourself a lot of self-love. And we have all this energy in Pisces trine Jupiter. Jupiter is at 15 degrees. It's retrograde right now, conjunct the spiritual star Sirius. And so it will station direct March 10th. And so it's going to feel like a tidal wave of emotion moving forward. And so it's really expanding our heart's capacity again to receive the higher octave wisdoms and codes and really open our heart and connect our hearts to the energy and frequency of divine love, which I did a whole YouTube about because that's really what's being integrated and activated onto this planet. And again, like when you come from the energy of divine love, like everything comes from a new energy and everything feels so much better as a result. So I'm going to leave it there. It feels complete. I'm sending you so much love, so much healing. I'm going to be taking a break this week. But if you want to book a session, you can book a session. I'll post a link for that down below if you want clarity, insight into your chart, how to navigate the energy. You want to close and complete these cycles, figure out these patterns, really align you with your most high octave embodied version of yourself within your birth chart. Definitely do that. My sessions have been so powerful. We're doing a lot of heart work with my clients and in my world. So really opening your heart. Your heart is the key to everything that you want to achieve and receive. So sending you so much love and really enjoy this time. It's really, really sacred. So sending all my love. Goodbye.